Hello guys, welcome back to the channel co-opted by Odin. Someone asked me, and I didn't answer them to be mean, they asked me, does Loki have a haul? What happens to us after we die with Loki? And my honest answer was damned if I know, because that's a good way for me to piss him off, is to ask that question. I asked it a lot in the early days, and I would just get this evil look, or I would get an agitated I'm working on it, like he had absolutely no place to put people, and this is the first time he ever got asked this question, which isn't true. But by lore strictly, he does not have a hole. By lore strictly, and do not yell, I am a Lokean, I believe in his divinity, but strictly lore speaking, he is a Jotun. They're not considered a class of god by purists that go by strictly lore. A UPG, he's most certainly a god. He either has a small cabin in the woods, he has a small seashore stone cottage, he has this, he has that. Has all these different things people have seen. So he has somewhere to put us. He has his patch of somewhere. As the old father glaring at me reminded me, he has somewhere. I think we all see it differently. I think it would make sense that wherever the place is, we go when we die. No matter what fancy label we put on it, we see kind of what we want, and we see kind of what we can accept. Gods know that I wasn't always sure about how I would get on for all eternity, because I'm like, one, that's an awful long time. And two, you guys know how I am. I like a lot of time off on my own, and I was like, for an introverted person, this sounds like a nightmare being in a place with countless people. So, probably for me, it will be somewhere small. The one and only time I saw anything I could tell you I associate with what I feel the other side is, since God knows, I've been there often enough. It's just like here. Loki had this setup that looked like a restaurant he knows I adore and love, only he was very angry at me at the time, and he can be angry and love you at the same time. And he had scruffed me by the neck like a kitten, and he plopped me down, not really hard to hurt me, but hard enough. And he threw a bracelet making kit at me with like all these Swarovski crystals on it, and he says, here, you work on that. And I can't remember what the colors were. The point was, I'd made him mad, and I could work on this, and he went off, he slammed the door. Now, obviously where I got put wasn't ideal, but it was kind of, it wasn't like this is the punishment room. It was like, it felt cold because we weren't getting along, and our relationship kind of was a barometer of how nice this room would be. I don't know. I don't know what he has. We're long past the point in modern structures of having halls, so have the gods updated? I really don't know. But we'll go somewhere. We'll go somewhere. And, you know, it depends on your personal belief system. Some people believe when you die, that's it. Some people believe that you reincarnate right away. Some people believe, so, you know, then there's no need for an afterlife. Some people believe we'll go to Hellenheim or Valhalla, or the people's, was the English translation of Freya's Hall, the People's Garden or something like that. Don't quote me on that. So we have all these afterlives there alone. Now, as I said to the person responding, you know, sincerely for me, I don't know, my first God might have dibs on me. I may end up in Christian heaven and enjoy it about as much as Mark Twain would. Mark Twain, and I'm paraphrasing heavily, said something about why would God want to hear people screeching like scalded cats and twanging on harps for all eternity. Mark Twain had a very dim view of the afterlife, but he'd been through a lot of personal tragedy too, so I don't blame him. I think we get what we expect. We get what would comfort us, and I think it's pretty much like here, because everyone I've known that's gone on and come back, it's like here. So we may get a duplicate of our earthly home, we may get something nicer. Whether or not we all get to spend 24/7 with Loki, I have no earthly idea. People will scream and jump on each other and say that can't be possible because they're jealous. And a lot of times that's it. They're jealous. They think that there can only be one god, so no one else can have them since they don't think they will. I think they're gods that can do whatever they want. Whether we would want that would be an entirely different thing. I think we would still have the emotions we have here and still have the same kind of relationships we have, so be careful what you wish for. But yeah, the Allfather was definitely giving me a death glare, so Loki has something. What it is, I don't know. He has his small portion to put people in. But remember, he comes and goes here all the time. I wouldn't be surprised if he just pops in there vaguely and then pops back out. Probably has us all separated like a maximum security person because of how well we all get along, but I don't know. That's the great adventure. I wouldn't be in a rush to find out, but you know, that's the great adventure. He knows I honestly want to stay on Earth when I die and go visit all the places I have got the money to go see now, like Vegas and New Orleans and Paris and Rome and Ireland and all these other places. I want to travel the world when I die, so I'm not too fussed about what comes after. I'll get to that eventually, I suppose. So, you know, you can always ask. It seems to be a touchy subject with him. You can always ask. So, if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.